Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make a mid. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Copeland finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On third down, Daniels. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. From the gun on third down, Copeland. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Potts, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2nd down at 7. From the gun, Copeland. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Copeland. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Daniels. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Potts, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Copeland. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. To throw on 2nd down. Copeland. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They'll look to throw again. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Daniels. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. To throw on 3rd down. Daniels. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here now Roberts. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And hitting Juju on the slant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now the Packers get set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Copeland. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Copeland. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Looking to throw. Copeland. Looking sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Copeland. Flush to his right. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Potts.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. To throw on second down, Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour of the trip up to Toronto, Canada, and that game is tied 10-all in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see there, it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Barons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected. All tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And deciding to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 3rd down, Copeland over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On first down, Potts, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Copeland. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just wanted you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw. Daniels.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. On 1st down, Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. It's Burns. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Daniels.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Daniels.
Got a man open. It's Chase. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Back to throw. Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Throwing on first down. Copeland, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Potts. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. On first down, Copeland. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Copeland. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Copeland. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. To return is Roberts. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's brought down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a two-possession deficit for them. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been two scores. To throw on second down. Copeland firing quickly here, and that's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down. Copeland. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Copeland. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Flushed out right. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down now. Potts trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Potts, and the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning. beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Daniels. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have
That's
a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Roberts on the return.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
Throwing after the interception. Daniels.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Daniels.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On 1st and 10, Daniels. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Tyson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Tyson. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. On now is the Packers punter. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Packers down on the scoreboard. 1:16 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then the kickoff to end it.
That's part about it, is just seeing how teams battle all the way to the end. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Vikings, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Packers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.